Good morning. It is Saturday. It is the weekend of Polarthon. We have 2 days left, today and tomorrow, that's it. 2 days left of daily vlogging. And then when will you ever see a video from me again? Honestly, who knows? Right, I've had a shower this morning, apologies for my hair. But it is Saturday morning, it is time for a spin. I've got remnants of makeup down my face. Sorry about that. Let's spin the wheel and see what I'm going to be reading today. Right, here we are. That's where I was for last night. Let's close that. And spin. Polar Fantasy. I know exactly what I'm going to pick for this one this time. I have been told a couple of times and seen mentioned more times that apparently Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett is polar fantasy. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if maybe there's just some polar fantasy elements in there, but judging from the fact that 3 of Heather Fawcett's 4 other books are polar fantasies, like these 2 are polar fantasy, this is polar fantasy, this is her only other one that isn't. I feel like the chances are probably pretty high because Heather Fawcett does tend to lean towards writing polar fantasy, it seems. So I'm going to give this one a go for polar fantasy, and hopefully it's more polar fantasy than the last one I tried. But yeah, this is the beautiful Fairy Loot edition with the alternate cover under there and the dust jacket. Not the dust jacket, the really pretty end papers. From what I know about this is written in like a diary format from Emily Wilde, who is exploring fairies, I guess. She's foremost expert on the study of fairies. She's a genius scholar and a meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. She prefers the company of her books and her dog. I mean, relatable. So yeah, I'm going to give this one a go for polar fantasy. Hello, I did my hair. I needed to do something with it after a shower this morning. Anyway, I have read 1 chapter of this. That's it. I am slacking so far today because it's been hours. But I've read 1 chapter of this. Yeah, I have read 1 chapter of this. Can confirm polar fantasy. Yes, it's in a snowy setting in northern Norway, in the Arctic Circle, polar, and there are fairies. Fantasy. Winning. Also, there's a character called Finn. Spelt the same as my Finn. How exciting. Not sure how I feel about the writing style of this one though. I feel like it may not be my cup of tea writing style wise, which is weird because I've enjoyed all of Heather Fawcett's other books. But this one is definitely trying to take on more of an academic tone with a professor as our main character, and it's her like diary. So not sure about the writing style already, but I'm going to keep going obviously, and see where it takes me. This is not going well. I am a few chapters in now, not very far at all, but I do not like this writing style. I kind of assumed so much from the first chapter, which is weird. I after reading the first chapter thought, this writing style doesn't seem very for me. A couple more chapters in now and I don't like it. Which is really weird because I've read all 4 of Heather Fawcett's other books and really liked all of those. So I'm a little bit confused, but at the same time not confused because I can see what it is that I don't like about this. This is written like from Emily Wilde's point of view, who is a scholar, she's a professor, and it's almost like diarized? Is that a word? Like diary format, kind of. But it's just so bloody wordy. I think it's like, it's trying really hard to be like old-fashioned, scholarly, academic writing, and that's just not really my cup of tea, so I'm not having a good time. I'm finding it really slow to get through as well, because like it's just the way it's written. Like there was a passage about the room that she's in. I glanced around the little cottage, which still smelled of sheep, and was home to many a cobweb-laying spider, but I've little patience for housework, and soon gave up the idea. A house is merely a roof over one's head, and this one would serve me adequately. Like, just... a roof over one's head. I've little patience for housework. Like, the toning of it, I just don't like it. I don't like the academic tone. I don't think I like academia genre-wise, or light or dark. I don't know what to do. It seems too early to DNF it. I'll keep trying, but I think the writing style may be a barrier for me on this one. Which is a shame, because, as I say, I've really liked Heather Fawcett's other stuff. It's not looking good for this one, sadly. I read another couple of chapters. I've spoke to the folks on Sprint. It's just not happening. The point has been raised that if it's the writing style I'm having a problem with, continuing isn't going to change that, because the writing style is going to remain the same. So, very sadly, at about 50 pages in, I am DNFing Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I'm so confused and disappointed, because this has had so much love, but it's just not for me. I think I might give it another go another time. Maybe when I'm feeling more in the mood for something academic, I don't know. That's confusing to me, I don't know. I mean, it's not, because I do know, because, as I've already said, it's the tone of the writing, it's the scholarly vibes that I'm just not vibing with right now. So, sadly a DNF. The first DNF of Polarthon, and on book 9, so not terrible. But yeah, that does mean I'm in need of another spin. So, I'm so gutted. But, let's just do another spin and move on, and not dwell on the lack of success I had with that one. Let's see what I'm getting to next. Right, so this is where I was before for Polar Fantasy. Let's close that and spin. Animal Friend. I'm sure I can come up with something for that. Let's go and see what I can find for Animal Friend. I have found what I want to read for Animal Friend, and I've been meaning to read this since I read the first book for Polarthon last year, maybe year before. But that is Anya and the Nightingale by Sophia Pasternak. This is Russian-inspired middle grade fantasy. The first one is Anya and the Dragon. Here we have Anya and the Nightingale. So there is a dragon who is an animal friend, and maybe there's going to be a nightingale, I don't know. I really like the first one though. I like the vibes. And in this one they go to Kiev. And there is a war and evil lurking beneath the city. The girl, the fool, and the dragon will have to band together to outrun the secrets of Kiev and the new monsters that have found a taste for their magic. I'm going to go for this one. I think I'm going to like this. I really like the first one. So, I think this is going to be more the vibe that I want right now. So, I'm excited. Let's get started. wise choice to change book. I have not been reading for anywhere near as long, but I'm making so much more progress and enjoying it a lot more. I'm on page 62, so a decent little ways in, but I'm definitely enjoying it more. I do realise that I have no idea what happened in Anya and the Dragon anymore, apparently, but there's been a bit of a recap. I can remember, like, the key main characters, but how it ended has been told to me now, but I don't remember that happening, which is bad. But it has been like 2 years, so did I expect to remember it? I suppose not. But I'm enjoying it. Just thought I'd let you know that I think it was a good choice, so I'm going to carry on. I am getting really tired though, which is bad because it's only 7:45, but I am really tired. I keep yawning and my eyes are like... which is bad. Really, I just want to be like him, snuggled up in a corner in a blanket and go to sleep. Alas, I cannot. I must read. I have ended sprints. I am going to bed at the ridiculous time of 8:15. I lasted like another 10-15 minutes. I'm so tired. I might try and read a little bit more when I'm in bed, but I need to sleep. I feel like this vlog has absolutely no content, so I apologise for that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to update you again if I do read more in bed. I might not. I'm going to preemptively say thanks for watching and I'll see you tomorrow. However, if you see me in a bit, you see me in a bit, but if you don't, you'll see me tomorrow. Bye.